Was good, people. So now France have released their lineup for the game up against Italy, and it's looking changed. It's looking very changed. Am I disappointed? No, there's a couple changes here that I'm a bit shocked with, but um, I don't know. Galtier, he obviously wants a little bit of a change. They are playing a 7-1 split, which isn't often seen unless you are the Springboks, but the style is becoming more and more frequent. We're seeing a lot of 6-2 splits. We're seeing a lot of 7-1 splits showing up more often. But yeah, Maxime Lucu is the only back in the French replacements. So let's start off with 1 to 15, and then we'll kind of work our way from there, and potentially how I see them playing up against Italy. So we have no change in your front row. So Jean-Baptiste Gros, Beato Malvaca, and then Winnie Antonio. We are seeing a brand new pairing of Thibaut Flamand and Michael Guillard or Guillard. So that's always nice to see, getting that little change. Miafau getting a rest. Then we move into the 6, 7, and 8. This stays the same. You got Francois Cross, Paul Boudahan, and then Gregory Aldrit, which the guy's just an absolute beast. And then we move into the backs. So Antoine Dupont at 9, captain. There's no two ways. He's not getting that start. Garek, he's going to need to really do something spectacular to be able to get that spot over Dupont, or they move Dupont elsewhere. But Dupont at 9. Now, this is one of the ones that confused me a little bit, was Thomas Ramos at 10. Now, I know Thomas Ramos, he is more than capable of playing at 10. But to stick Jalibert out, that was a bit confusing. I think they are looking at Italy's kicking game, and I think sometimes Jalibert can be a little bit too much of a flight risk at times. So we have Ramos at 10. Barré keeping his spot at 11. At this moment in time, I truly do believe he is undroppable. We have the same pairing in your centers as Barassi and Mofana, where again, France, they're making some changes, but they don't want to make it too drastically, giving some players chances. We all know just how strong and how powerful the Italian side is, as the Italian forwards. And I think they're kind of working around this. But we've seen just how efficient they are with their penalties, their kicking game. Tomasa Allen, he has the most conversions. I think he has the player with most conversions, the player with most converted penalty kicks, the player with most points to his name, individually. So Tomasa Allen, he's a real monster when it comes down to kicking, especially in the Six Nations tournament. So I think they are kind of trying to work around this. And then another one that not confused me, but I was kind of expecting this, was Atisogbe. Penaud hasn't been having the best of Six Nations. So Atisogbe, when it was opening day, he got himself 2 tries. Galtier's like, look, give him. He's going to cause nightmares for the Italians. So it's really, really going to be interesting to see how he plays up against the Italians, because we saw him up against Wales and he is a monster. So it'd be nice to see how this is going to work. And then at 15, replacing Ramos is Leo Barré, where I think it was time for him to get some game time. I like this move to bring someone like Leo Barré in, because I think he's such a phenomenal talent, and he's going to do a job relatively similar to what Ramos did, but having that kicking ability that Ramos does have, his ability to control the game and his ability to make space. He's going to bring that extra little oomph to the side. So that is their 1 to 15. Let me know what you guys think in relation to that, and their changes. What could possibly be the reason why Jalibert was dropped for Ramos? Obviously, I do see Jalibert dropping for Ramos, Barré coming in, but could we potentially see a couple of things changing, right? Because Jalibert isn't even on the bench. He's not even on the bench. So we could see Luku come in, and we saw how Luku played for Bordeaux. The guy is actually, he had such a brilliant game. It's unfortunate Bordeaux's last game they did lose. But um, when you see him play, he's cool, he's calm, he's collected. You know, he plays the ball out so quickly. So yeah, in terms of replacement, they have Julien Marchand, Cyril Baillet, Dorian Aldegeri, Romain Taufifenua, Alexandre Rouma, Oscar Jagu, Anthony Gelange, and then Maxime Lucu, and Maxime Lucu being the only back. So it's interesting to see the 7-1 split because Italy are very dominant when it comes to their forwards. So what I'm thinking is when you have your players like, Gross, Malvaca, Antonio, Flament, Guillard, really running them down, pushing them back, destroying them, breaking them down, tiring them down. And then you have players like Julien Marchand come on, Baye, Aldegeri, Taufifenua, even Ruma coming in, that will add that extra dynamic to the game, especially late on. But it's going to be interesting to see how how Italy deal with the creativity of France. And we see this time and time again. Um, Italy are very good defensively, they're very good structurally, but when it comes to having that flair, they struggle, right? Because once things start going sideways and play start becoming unpredictable, they falter, their defensive lines break, they aren't getting into position quick enough, they aren't transitioning quick enough. And when you have the likes of Thomas Ramos and Dupont, they are the kings of meeting the unknown and doing the unpredictable, right? And then you have speed demons like Atisogbe and Biel Barré on those wings. We just need to hope they're able to hold on to that ball. So I don't know if they're going to put some kind of glue on it or going to try and wear some gloves, see through gloves. Something needs to be done because they need to keep hold of that ball. But looking at the squad, there's not there's not really that much change, right? And the quality that is being swapped is of relatively equal quality, right? But how are they going to stop Italy from jackling, from pushing for turnovers, from causing mistakes? Because the Italian pressure and that Italian dominance with their forwards, their tackling, is bound to cause problems for France, right? And we've seen at any point where Italy get a penalty, they're kicking for sticks. And next thing you know, it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Thomas Allen is just poof, 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 poof. And next thing you know, you're 15, 20 points behind. So France are really going to need to get under it really quickly. I say under it, they got to get on top of it really quickly. They got to start dictating tempo as quickly as possible, keep players silent, and then dominate the forwards, right? Because if they can start dominating the forwards, especially with players like Negri and players like Ferrari and so on, they have so much power and they are such good tacklers. If you can break them down early, right, disrupt Italy's flow, it's just going to be a walk in the park. I'm not saying Italy are going to beat France, but what I'm saying is Italy is going to make it damn annoying to play them. And they're going to take any single point physically possible, any points that they can grab onto to keep it a tight, close game. Because we saw, I believe the last game, it ended in a draw. So Italy are coming into this thinking, you know what, we can do this. We can actually get points out of this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in relation to the squad. Do you think the changes are worth it? Because obviously Penaud, he's not been having the greatest of Six Nations. So I can definitely see that happening. But to have Jalibert not even bench, right? Not even traveling and having thingy come up. So yes, let me know what your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And I just want to provide you guys with the best content possible. So on that note, let's get ready for a spectacular game, a spectacular weekend of Six Nations rugby. I've been dying without Six Nations rugby. It's been killing me inside. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get it.